Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Perfect Party Eats virtual cooking class. I am Charlotte, and joining me is my co-host, my friend, my moderator, and the company towel folder, Scott Tompkins. Welcome.
Did you say company towel folder?
Actually, just my towel, my personal towel folder. Scott,
I can fold them for the entire company.
for me.
That's a lot of work. 140,000 partners. It'll take me some work, but I'll get it done. I'm happy to be here. Just a reminder, if you want to cook along with Chef Charlotte, if you're doing it right now, those of you watching on Facebook, don't forget, we're happy you're here. Happy you're joining us. You can always click on the item. Charlotte, pick up an item real quick.
Oh my gosh, like this, watch.
Click on it. You can click on that item. The power of the interweb and the power of magic.
Fingertips.
Takes you to where you can purchase that item, cook along with us. Those of you watching on YouTube, thanks so much. Don't forget, as you're on YouTube, simply go to youtube.com/HEB to find all the latest content. And then if you want to find out what's coming up next on our next classes, if you want to join more of these classes, we're happy for you to do so. We'd love you to join. HEB.com/classes is where you go for that. Charlotte, let's do it.
Let's do it. There's going to be a quiz on that later, so I hope you guys took notes.
It's a mouthful.
Perfect Party Eats. So the original name of this class was going to be Perfect Pub Eats, but we thought Perfect Party Eats was more inclusive. You don't have to be 21 or older to eat these delicious foods. So the weather is, it's warming up. Well, actually, I don't know Texas weather right now. Doesn't know how to act, but it is spring break around the country and around Texas. So, the weather's supposed to warm up, backyard barbecues, weekend get-togethers, and we thought that we would do some recipes that sort of embrace that and would help elevate those things. So we are going to do some really fun things. I actually not only created these recipes, but I actually used them at home. So we are going to make a chicken nugget, and for our crust, we're going to use the honey mustard snack mix. I love this stuff, super yummy. The honey mustard is like on the crust, like it's just packed with flavor. We are going to do a barbecue pork pot sticker, so sort of in the style of a traditional pot sticker, but we are going to do a couple of twists and turns, and I'll show you a couple of hacks there. And then we are going to make some homemade chips with a Gorgonzola cream or a blue cheese dip. If Gorgonzola or blue cheese is not your vibe, I got another hack for that too. We're gonna do all the things.
I like it. I'm really excited because this is one of those things where, by the way, we lose the hour of sleep this weekend. This is the weekend.
Oh, is this the weekend?
Turn them forward.
Okay.
But these are great recipes. They're really simple. They're really easy, and they're great for not just spring break, but when you're trying to introduce some new things into your recipe lineup. These are some really easy ways to kind of, please the family.
Absolutely.
Unique things.
I mean, they're fun, right? These recipes are really easy, minimal ingredients, and they're very easy. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna make our nuggies or our tendies, all right? And so what I have right here is some chicken tenders, just the natural chicken.
Hence the tendies.
The tendies. If you cannot find chicken tenders, you could just, cut boneless, skinless breasts into slices. No big deal, right? I've got those here. They have been soaking in our buttermilk mixture right here, but I went ahead and strained them out. If you don't have buttermilk, people always say, what is the substitute for buttermilk? 3/4 cup of sour cream and 1/4 cup of milk, right? Mix those together, and that's cup for cup, right? So you would use that in place of buttermilk. You can also add, do lemon juice to milk and that kind of stuff, but really sour cream gets the job done.
Just looking for that tang,
That tang, that's right. And if you wanted to, you could probably use yogurt if you wanted to as well. If you wanted to flavor your buttermilk, you could put pickle juice in it. You could do hot sauce. Just be creative, right? I just did straight salt and pepper. Also to this, we have to do our breadcrumbs, right? We have to shred up our mix, right?
This is a smart thing you're doing. This makes it much easier for cleanup. Anytime you're gonna fry something, it can create a bit of a mess and be a little daunting to be like, I don't want to do this. But this is a great show. Teach on.
I'm gonna teach y'all. So we're gonna do the standard breading procedure, right? And what is the standard breading procedure? In culinary school, they teach you. So it's basically wet, dry, or just dry, wet, dry, right? Depending on what item you're using. And so I'm going to show you guys some easy ways to do it. Also, cleaning up is sometimes dishes is a barrier for me to cook. What about you, Tompkins? Anybody else out there who does not like?
I'm pretty much what you call Jedi Master when it comes to dishes, so I
You're
can
our.
pretty much do it on the.
He's also our expert hydro technician here at the Culinary Center. Yes.
That's right. You know, you start from the bottom up, right?
All
That's
right.
where you got to go.
So what I'm going to do is basically the recipe calls for 8 ounces of this delicious snack mix, and I'm going to pulse this in our little mini food processor, which does
I'll
perfectly
tell you what,
one
you
package
can get those
at
at
a time.
HEB,
Yes.
and they are, that little guy is
Yeah.
the engine that could, because we
I
put a
love it.
lot of things in there that
Yeah.
should not have been able to be processed.
I
and
think it's
done
great.
It's done a good
this
job.
thing is awesome, but here we go. Let's see if I can do it right. But really, you just want to pulse this guy.
I believe in you.
Come on, brain.
There it is. You're almost
Do smart
so
things.
you're so close. We're almost there. There it is.
There it is. Right, really? Wait for it. Keep waiting. We're waiting.
So not fine. Like
Nope. So what we're looking for, we don't want it to be like, super fine beach sand, but we also are not looking for mulch, right? So you want the pieces to particulate to be small enough so that they will adhere to our chicken, all right? So I've got some already here. I might as well just throw it in here. This stuff has like those rye crisps in it. It has some sesame guys. The flavor is like super awesome.
yeah, you get a lot of diversity in that because you do get a little
Yes.
hint of the sesame.
I love
I'm
it.
a big fan of the just the
Oh,
rye
you can
crisp.
smell those sesame sticks. I love it. So you don't just have to bread chicken with panko. Come on, we get to be creative, all right? So let's do this, y'all. We're gonna get all of our mise en place together, right? So we're gonna start with our chicken, then we're gonna go to our flour, we're gonna go back into our buttermilk, and then we're gonna go into our breadcrumb right here.
And you
our-
use
our
the
snack
same
mix.
liquid that you did your chicken
Strained
in,
it out.
in
That's
the
right.
Same one. Same,
That's
okay.
exactly what I did.
Same.
And I got a couple that I made right here. Let me move my mandolin. Get all my stuff together. So can y'all see what's happening up here? Is there enough? Do y'all see everything? Can y'all see all the stuff?
We see.
All
Thanks
right.
to Rob's multiple camera
All right, here's
angles,
what we're gonna do.
magicry, we can see it all.
Okay. So I'm gonna get gloves. You're supposed to have a dry hand and a wet hand. And the idea behind that is you keep one hand dry, so in case your phone rings, you can answer it, and then one hand for all the wet things, right? Basically, I think it's so that you don't get the breading claw.
Charlotte,
but
you have to first of all, I have to say, because you're worried about the phone, you're basically the mayor of San Antonio. You get a lot of phone
do.
calls, so at any
I am.
moment
I am.
she has to be able to have
Yes.
a dry hand so she can always grab the phone because
Right.
any number of things are going on.
Gloves. I love gloves in the kitchen, especially when I'm working with raw chicken. Okay, so in this bag, I've got my flour. I've seasoned my flour with a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder. You can season it with whatever you want, salt, pepper, whatever. The recipe is just a guideline. If you've got a flavor profile you like, go with it, all right?
Smoked paprika would be really good in that as
yep.
well.
So here's how we're gonna go. This hand, we're gonna go into the flour.
That's your wet hand, okay.
Boop.
Left hand is the wet hand.
Okay, right,
All right,
like
you're throwing
this.
your flour. This is just your
Right.
seasoned flour, those of you just joining us.
Yes,
It's all
and
about
then
Some
at
snack.
this point you would take your glove off. Oh man, I broke my bag.
You know what? That happens.
It's okay, don't worry. All right, then we shake this up. This is the part I let the kids do because they feel like, they're participating and, usually it's contained in this bag.
It's
All
a
right.
lot less messy than doing it in a bowl, that's for
It
sure.
is, right? Then we're gonna go from here. We're
Okay, so
gonna
you got
go.
the dry hand, you're going right into the
Yes.
wet again.
Okay, so ideally, the reason why we are going the chicken here and then we were going into the flour is going to adhere to the chicken. And the reason why we're doing the flour is that when we go to the buttermilk, we need something for the buttermilk to adhere to, right? So otherwise it would just be like wet on wet, so it wouldn't
Right.
necessarily stick. So then if we didn't have that flour and the buttermilk didn't adhere to that flour, the breadcrumb or our snack mix would not adhere to our chicken and we wouldn't get this beautiful crust. And then what kind of chicken nuggets would we have?
And then it's also like you're doing a double dredge. So you get
Yes.
that, you get it extra crispy, so you're kind of insulating it, layer of flour, the buttermilk, and you're going in, so you get much stickier
good.
crumbs on your, and you also have that layer of flour that's also going to get crispy.
Yes. All right, and also y'all, for those people that are into meal prepping, you can make these ahead of time and then freeze the raw ones and take them out and throw them in your air fryer, straight up. Should we do one more, you guys? What do y'all think?
Do
Just for
one
good-
more, just
for
because,
good measure.
just
Oh, there was one
yes.
in there. Okay.
I want to
There was
make
one.
sure that we're
There we
all
go.
well fed.
Agreed. And into my bag. Remove my gloves.
Same thing on that one, just a real good shake to coat
Yes,
well.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Let
Are
me
you
get-
ready?
I'm cleaning up, y'all.
I want you to really, Sean, I really want you to do put some muscle into this one.
Like
I
an
wanna really see that. I
aggressive,
want to see an
like-
aggressive shake on there.
All right.
I want them well coated. People at home want to see well coating.
I tried to do a little samba dance there, y'all. You
break a sweat.
only could imagine
It's
what
also a good arm
song was
workout.
playing.
If you shook that for a good minute, that's a good arm workout.
I mean, take that, shake and bake.
Right?
I don't know what kind of repercussions. Okay, we're gonna get a cease and desist.
Just don't threaten shake and bake again.
All right, there we go,
good.
guys. All right, I love these guys. I'm gonna put another pair of gloves on. Sometimes I give them a little press. Let's see. Come
Just
on.
want to make sure they're nice and coated.
Yeah,
right?
you want to make
Pull
sure you
them
get
out.
those like awesome like pretzel pieces on there. It's gonna be so good. Look at this. Boom. Raise
Now
your
you're
hands.
using a K&T pan, one of our little copper line,
Okay.
copper colored pan.
I'm
with a
glad
rack.
you brought this up. So what I have in front of me, so I've got a baking sheet, but I also have our roasting rack or a baker's rack. You can buy this set together. But the reason we're putting it on this is we're gonna put these guys in the oven, all right? And so what we want is the rack elevates it and keeps it from, it increases the airflow completely around the product, so everything is crispy and crunchy, and you don't get that like soggy bottom, right? Like I'm not here for that. All right, I want
Nobody's there for that.
delicious, crispy, oven fried, golden delicious goodness. All right, so these guys are just like this. Now I'm going to take a little bit of avocado oil. This is a pro tip. All right, pro tip right here.
So a little oil to coat them.
Yes, you can use a nonstick spray, but I definitely recommend like using just like one of these like 100% natural oils. They have good flavor or whatever, but they also are like, this is like rubbing yourself down with suntan lotion before you go get a tan, all right? This is just gonna help with the browning and help with that like crispness.
Now,
Boop.
because you said it, can I use that on my skin?
No,
when I run a
Tompkins, you
sunscreen?
cannot use this on your skin.
Just
this
asking,
does
'cause
not
I
have
know
any
somebody else thought it
SPF.
too.
You will hurt yourself. And also, you cannot use sunscreen on your chicken.
But you
okay?
may smell delicious in the sun. You could.
Yes.
Just saying. I mean, that may be a thing.
Okay, we're gonna flip these over. I'm gonna get both sides right now. Can you see those like pretzel pieces and all of the good stuff?
You got some good crumb on there.
I
There's no
do
doubt.
have some good crumb on here, and it's gonna make a really good crust. All right, these are gonna go into the oven, straight up into the oven.
How long?
For 20 minutes. If
gonna
you
set
have
your
a
timer?
yeah, we've got 400-degree oven. My oven is actually on convection, so I dropped it by 50 degrees. So if you do have a convection oven, go to 350. If you're just doing standard conventional, 400. So timer, please.
Timer, as soon as I see
Okay,
that door shut,
putting these guys
timer's on.
in. All right, I'm gonna do a
Timer is
quick
set.
cleanup here. Get all of this stuff
I like
over
this.
here.
If you are just joining us, it's all about
Wash
some
my hands.
some fantastic eats, some snack eats, some new ways to kind of shake up your normal everyday weekday meals with some new recipes. We just did our chicken nuggets. We did some honey mustard chicken nuggets. They're in the oven right now. We're moving on to, what are we doing? We're doing the chips next.
We're doing chips.
Chips, homemade
Oh
chips.
my gosh, homemade chips, guys. All right. I got some right here. Look at these guys. Can you see them?
Look at that.
Ugh, look at this. Look at these beautiful guys. These guys have been soaking in a bath of salty vinegar water. The salt, it's almost like a brine. The vinegar acts to like, it basically extracts all the starch out of the potato and leaves you with this like beautiful, crisp, light, airy product. I promise it's absolutely beautiful. But really quickly, I'm gonna show you guys how I slice these guys. Can y'all see them?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I am using a mandolin. You can buy one at H-E-B. We've got several different styles, right? So we've got that one
We
right
do.
there. I got this guy.
Good chef style. You got
And then I have this one. Most mandolins will come with this this little guard, this little thing.
Safety guard.
It's safety guard. It's not for decoration. It's actually to protect your hand.
I
This guy,
use mine for just decoration. I have
Of
it sitting
course
on my
you
mantle.
this one actually does not come with this guard. So if you're not familiar with the mandolin, try to find one that has this. I promise you, your fingertips are important. We have them for a reason. All right.
I think most people think when they look at a mandolin, because it is a blade mounted on a plastic
Yes.
or metal piece, that it's the most dangerous tool in the kitchen. It's actually not the most dangerous tool. You know what the most dangerous tool is.
What is Scott Tompkins?
No, that would be second bang zinger. You win. Got me.
Okay.
No, a dull knife is the
A
most
dull
dangerous.
knife. That's right. More people cut themselves
knife.
with a dull knife than they do because they use more pressure to.
That's right.
So, very smart, Tompkins. And also, a falling knife has no handle, right? Or has
Well,
no...
that sounds like a challenge. It needs to be.
Okay. So they call it a mandolin because it looks like the instrument, doo-doo-doo, right? I can't play it, and alas, this is not an instrument.
I thought you did pretty good just on that little
demo. Did you like that? All right. So a couple of tricks when using a mandolin. I always like to start with a flat surface. Additionally, I like to give myself something. This one's green. I don't want to use a green guy.
If you did want to use them, you just recommend peeling it?
Peeling it, yeah. So I like to give myself a flat surface, and I like to give myself a workable product, right? So I know this guy is going to fit into here.
So you're not peeling the potato. You're going to go with the skin on.
Nope, I'm going
chip.
skin on chips, y'all. We're going to go rustic. It's going to be amazing. So what we do, also when you are using the mandolin, you do not use the force of your arm and your hand. You use the gravity and the angle of the blade. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
And then all I'm going to do is just straight down. You don't have to push very hard.
Yeah,
Again,
the blades are really stupid sharp.
And so the reason why you want to use this guard is that sometimes you can slip or the product can slip and your hand will go down and then it's like, oh, look, you just shaved this, and that's not cool, all right? So just like this. And then we get these really beautiful potatoes. They don't have to be paper thin to where you can like read the post through it, but like you would, want to see light through it, all right? So these are pretty good. You can sort of see my hand. You can see the shadow of my fingers. These are great. And into the water they go, all right? So you want to make sure that these are covered in water. You're going to add in the salt and a little bit of white vinegar. And again, going back to what we're doing here is the salt is going to brine and going to add some flavor to that chip, like on a cellular level. And then the vinegar changes the pH or the acidity of the water.
It's my favorite level, cellular level.
Yeah, cellular level, yeah. Of course it is.
I also like salt. By the way, salt and vinegar chips is my favorite chips.
Yes.
In my house, those
Yes.
are the favorite chips of everybody.
So
salt
what the
vinegar.
salt, what the vinegar does, so it changes the pH of the water, and then it actually extracts out that starch, right? So like I was saying in the beginning. So you can already see how this water is getting cloudy. You want to make sure that you change the water frequently so that the water is clear, and that's when you're ready to fry. So maybe like 1 to 2 hours, maybe change the water a couple of times. This water I have changed probably 2 or 3 times, and you can see like it's not very cloudy. There might be some condensation on the bowl, but it's not very cloudy at all. All right? Does that make sense?
Makes
How do we
sense to
feel
me.
about that?
We're good.
Okay.
Andrea said, what thickness of the chips? You want thinner's better, but it's kind of personal preference.
It is, and so don't worry. You're gonna get some as you start to work with your mandolin, or you can even use a potato peeler, and you would get these like beautiful ribbons. But like, I don't even know. I can't even tell you what that is. But it's definitely like
Almost see-through.
almost see-through, like
Translucent.
fingernail, right? They're super thin. And it's okay if you get different like thicknesses and variations thereof because, you're making, they're artisanal, right? And we were joking the first step to being good at something is sucking at it. It's not being good at it.
It's
So,
failing,
right? We're
exactly.
all like,
I wrote the book on failing. I really did. I wrote actually got like 3 books, I think, on. They're not out yet, but they're all on
all
failing.
right. So I say, what say you? Should we fry some chips? Should we get ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Should we take a chip over a chip? Take a chip to our fryer real quick? I'm going to walk over here and show you. Well, you know what?
Charlotte, real quick, Leslie on Facebook did the what was the most dangerous tool in the kitchen, and she got the dull knife right. So shout out to you. We're going to see if we can't, I've been trying to auction off Charlotte's Volvo for a while. You know what, Leslie, stay tuned because we may get to that tonight.
Leslie, you
We
know
have
what?
to
It's
stay
yours
tuned
if
for
you
the
come
whole.
get it.
Stay tuned for the whole class.
All right.
Good job,
so
Leslie.
This is ice cold water. Look at these guys. Look how they've already started to curl. Oh,
I like
so
that.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain these. I'm going to drain a lot of them. We're going to make a couple of
Yeah, I
batches
want a lot
of
of
chips
chips.
here.
And a
Right?
heavy chip plate.
Right, look at this. And then add some cold water. And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna break them apart. See, these are thicker, right? So I've got some variation in there, right? And that's gonna depend on the pressure that you use, no big deal. So we're gonna strain these, and then I'm gonna dry them. And why I am drying them, the reason why is that obviously oil and water don't mix, so if you were to put a whole bunch of wet chips into a fryer full of oil, it's dangerous, it's a hazard. It's more dangerous than Tompkins. All right, and I care about you guys. All right, here we go. Dry them. Can y'all see that? Separate them. Look how beautiful these look. I'm so excited. Is everyone else excited as I am?
I'm
Oh
very
my God,
excited.
look, I can like see through.
I'm excited because I know what you're going to serve this with.
What, blue cheese? Blue cheese dip?
Yes.
All right, coming over here. Coming over to our fryer. Okay, this is the chef style fryer. This is a 4-liter. We also have a 3-liter. It comes with one big basket, or it also comes with dual baskets, like dueling baskets, so you can like fry different things at different times and be like super chefy. For this, we're just gonna use the standard basket. What I love about this guy, so you could reference a couple of our Tompkins class last week where he was frying coconut shrimp, and he was doing it in a Dutch oven, which we also have. And if you don't have a fryer, a Dutch oven works beautifully. You want to make sure that you get a thermometer, an oil thermometer as well. But like the element comes out, you wipe off the element, and then you just put a lid on this, and your oil is good to go, right?
It is a good tool.
I love it, all right? And I also like that you can, manage the heat. It does it all by itself, all right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take these guys, and we're gonna do these in a couple of batches, right? So I'm gonna make a couple of go rounds. So throw them in there.
Throw them in there.
You can hear that sound. That's the water from our chips dropping down. Throw these in there.
Oil.
We're at about 375.
Oh yeah. I feel like I can't have this kind of fryer sitting on my counter, because then I'm gonna start like baking things or doing things, and I'll be like, I'll just deep fry this too, and to dunk it batter, and I just can't have that temptation.
So this right here, this is all steam, all right? So you wanna make sure that once you put the product into the fryer, back away, don't put your arms over it. It could burn your arms, burn your face, keep small children away, right? We're gonna let these go 3 to 4 minutes. Tompkins, you can also watch my fries or my chips. I got my salt right here, and then I got a tray to put them on to strain. All right, pot stickers, right? Let's do pot stickers.
Pot stickers.
Pot stickers.
Charlotte, earlier when you were folding these, you fold them like a pro, so I have a challenge for you. I'd like you to fold my pot stickers in the shape of the USC football field, if you could. Can you, is that a request I can make?
What?
And I don't know why USC, I just feel like the Coliseum is a great
So
one
I
to kind of
feel
put
like
together. I feel like it'll hold a lot of filling.
it sounds a lot like I'm a clown at a birthday party and you want me to make you balloon animals. That's sort of what I'm hearing.
No,
Okay.
that should, no, I just know, I believe in you so much. This is me having faith to go, I bet if anybody can do this, she could probably fold me one in the shape of the LA
I
Coliseum.
could, you're right. Thank you for believing in me. I appreciate that. All right, so pot stickers. And what we are doing here, so traditionally a pot sticker is made with like a ground pork, maybe some ground shrimp. It's raw, you throw some green onion, cilantro, and some cabbage in there. And then they're formed, folded, and pan-seared, right? These we're doing a little bit different. We are going to use the fully cooked pork carnitas, and we are going to add barbecue sauce. The recipe you guys have in front of you calls for foobar or war pig, which is a text for, scratch that, reverse it, a Quest for Texas Best winner from one of our previous years. And Tompkins, if you're curious about that, is going to do a class next week that showcases
all about our For Texans by Texans.
There you
the
go.
Quest Texas Best. It's really
Right?
cool.
I gotta
Really
check out my
cool.
fries. I'm sorry, guys. Ooh, look at this. See how we're not getting too much browning in our chips? That's from the vinegar, right? We've extracted all that starch
And you washed all that starch off? Yeah. Chef, we got some questions on Facebook.
'Kay.
People are asking, can
Yes.
you do these chips that you've got once you've dried them out in an air fryer?
You know what? I have never tried them in an air fryer, but I don't see why you couldn't. You may want to toss them in a little bit of oil and just make sure, like,
They're separated?
yeah, for sure. Okay, so first things first, I've got my pork in here, and then we're going to add in 2 cups of cabbage, all right? So I do have some cabbage already shredded right here. You can buy cabbage already done, not a problem there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saving some steps. I like to buy the whole head of cabbage and then slice it myself. Very easy to do. So 2 cups is gonna be about a quarter of a full head. Just cut the guy in half. You're going to take out the core. And then what you do with your knife is you just shave. And the reason why I like to do it this way, I worked at a Thai food restaurant in college, and this is how they taught me to do it. You want to make sure that you get small pieces.
You just kind of turn it as you need to so they come in this tiny, you don't get those big chunks of.
Exactly, right? Because if you look at the cabbage, see how it has these big ribs like this? You want to make sure that you get really small pieces. And these ribs can be very firm, very hard. and the wonton skin or the pot sticker skin is delicate, all right? So we're gonna throw this in here. I got my cabbage over here. We're gonna do green onion. I got some green onion right here. I'm a big fan of green onion. I love the flavor. I keep mine stored in a paper towel, a damp paper towel. You, Tompkins, same?
Same.
Okay, it helps keep them
Want to dry them out. They'll
fresher
crack,
longer.
and it's hard. It's hard to form when they start cracking.
Right? And then what I do is I'll rinse them off and then take the paper towel or a towel, and you'll see like sometimes they have these little pieces or something that doesn't look so pretty, and I just wipe it off with that damp towel, right? So then I get this really nice piece, and we're good to go, all right? I'm gonna set these aside. Oh, I gotta check my chips, guys, I'm sorry.
They smell good.
I'm too excited. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good here.
They getting crispy?
Yes, I'm gonna pull them up. Okay, this is when you season, folks, all right?
Hot
We
oil.
have to season while they're nice and wet and coming off that fryer because we want, the oil's gonna help that chip stick.
Otherwise, when you try to do it when they're
Right?
cool, the salt's not going to stick. It's just going
Yes.
to run off them.
We're gonna drop some more in here. Y'all, we're gonna fry everything. Fry
Fry them all. Fry them up.
Frying all the things. What's the timer look like on my,
Oh, your chicken, you have 6 minutes and 31 seconds.
oh, it's plenty of time. Let's throw these guys back in. All right, round 2 on
fries.
chips.
Round 2 on the chips. If you're just joining us, we got chips in
Hey.
the fryer, chicky nuggies in the oven. We're about to make pot stickers. Don't forget,
Yep.
as Charlotte sees
Okay.
and holds up an item, you can always purchase it on Facebook. Shoppable.
All right, so
Pick it
green
up, do it at
onion.
home.
I start with the white side. I take off the root end, and I just chop, 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 chop. I think
Man,
the
I love green onions.
what did I say earlier? Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, there's an onion. You said there's a certain sound it makes.
Right, just like
Why
that.
doesn't it make that sound though when I do it at
I don't
home?
know, it's just the
weird.
technical sound that it makes. And then throw these guys, and they're like this. All right, a little bit of cilantro. Have you ever seen a bunch of cilantro like this?
Look at that,
Look how
yeah.
like big and full. It's like, it's huge. I love it.
Beautiful.
Fresh cilantro. Are you a lot of cilantro or a little cilantro?
I'm a lot of cilantro as long as I don't have to just eat it. Like if you just gave me a cup of cilantro with a glass of water,
Yeah.
so this is what you're having for dinner. That's not going to work for me. But if it's melded into something, you can give me a good amount.
Can I ask you an unrelated question?
Ask me
I'm
any
pulling
question
the audience
you want,
on
Chef.
this. Are red onions purple? Should we change the name to purple?
Purple
I
onion.
want to know how people feel about this.
I would just call them red onion, but I mean they
they are, but
technically
like,
purple.
but they're also purple. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. This is one of those things that doesn't really keep me up at night.
Okay. Well, somebody brought
I
it
just
to my
let
attention
nature-
the other day,
I just let nature,
and now it keeps me up at night. All right, cilantro.
Michelle says purple.
Ah,
We'll
Michelle.
go with purple.
They're purple, right?
But then if somebody like, Leslie goes red, I'm like, you know what? I'm with Leslie. I'm red or purple. I can go either way.
Okay. All right. So far in the bowl, we've got our carnitas. All right. We've got our cabbage, green onions, our cilantro, and we're ready to go. All right. Now we're going to add in our soy sauce and our barbecue. So again, the recipe calls for that food barbecue. You get to choose whatever barbecue sauce you like. If you want to go something sweeter, that's maybe reminiscent of like a hoisin, go with like a Kansas City barbecue. If you want something that's more vinegary, like a rice wine, go with like a Carolina, all right? For me, personally, I am going to do the flying saucy Korean barbecue. We have
I like
so
that.
many,
I'm in.
yeah. I
I like
thought it
Korean
might be
barbecue.
fun. It'll go nice with those pork carnitas. Also, like if you have leftover brisket or you are into brisket, use the brisket, not the carnitas, right? So this recipe really lends itself to a lot of different.
Yeah, so don't throw away great tips. If
Yeah.
you don't throw away your brisket. If you got smoked brisket,
Yeah.
chop it up,
Chop
throw it
it
in your
up.
eggs, throw it in this.
Oh wait, this is Lee and Parents. My bad. It's not
That's
gonna
all
hurt
right.
it.
I don't mind a little,
I meant to use the soy.
Worcestershire.
That's all right. Worcestershire. All right, we're gonna add in a little soy, and then we're gonna mix this all together, right?
There's a great debate. Amy says, no way, purple onion equals shallots. I'll also kind of agree with that.
Amy?
You see what
Yeah.
you've started here, Charlotte? You
I
see
love
what you
it.
started?
I love it. We're gonna do a poll later, and
They
okay.
are all delicious.
So we're just gonna mix this stuff up. At this point, we could be ready to go. All right, ready to go. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this sit. When you let this sit, the cabbage starts to wilt a little bit, the green onion, the cilantro, the barbecue sauce, everything
Everything
sort
starts
of like,
to get happy.
Yes, like it's like, you know, a party after everyone has their first cocktail. Everyone's just
That's
sort
like
of
me
like,
once
all right,
a
we're
couple
ready to
glasses of
mingle.
wine, like
all
the
right?
longer it marinates, the better it gets kind of a thing. I get you.
And then we end up with this. Ta-da!
So now also, Charlotte, if you wanted to, if you were like, look
Look at
this
these.
is also just a salad that's ready to go, right? Like you could just eat the
For sure.
you could just throw that in a taco and call it a
Yes,
day.
that pork is fully cooked. It's ready to go as is. You want to like cook it up a little bit, right? Put some heat on it if you want, but yeah, it's ready to go. Oh my gosh. Look at how like, they're like all like wavy and kind of lacy. I'm into it. You'd think that like I've never done this before and it worked out and I was, you know, but not.
I like it.
Very happy. All right, coming back to our wontons. Pot stickers, wontons, I keep using the name interchangeably, and the reason for that is that typically a pot sticker is like a flour-based dough and it's round. The world that we live in right now, I could not find any pot sticker wrappers, so I am using wonton skins instead. So those are typically going to be these. This shape is square, right? So they're gonna, but it's fine. They work just as well and they're just as good. A couple of notes on working with wonton skins or even pot stickers is they dry out really fast. So you want to keep a damp paper towel over them and work in batches. I also like to keep them in the freezer and not the refrigerator because it keeps them fresher longer and keeps them separate, if that makes sense. So they don't kind of like smush together. So I have some that I've already done right here, just like this. I'm calling these, I called them like bishop's hats or, you know, pope's hats, but Tompkins says they look more like Captain Jack Sparrow pirate
I think
hats.
look, we just
I
watched
don't
Pirates
know.
of the Caribbean,
Okay,
The Curse
so
of
that's
Black
what you got on the
Pearl. It
brain?
was just one of those things where I was like,
Okay.
you asked me what it was, and I just very candidly was like, you know, it kind of looks like. But you're gonna do LA Coliseum next, right? We got this.
Yes, all right. So what you're gonna need is a little bit of water. You're gonna need your pot sticker or wonton skins. If you can't find the wonton wrapper, you can use an egg roll wrapper. Not a problem there either, all right? So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna lay them out, and you wanna work in batches because you don't want them to dry out.
You got Christy saying Team Red on the onions. Leslie, Keith, Sylvia, Tanya say Team Purple. So.
I love it.
And then you had Josh say they're anthocyanins. So anthocyanin
Oh, with
onions.
the polyphenol there. All right.
I told him
Is that
he
right?
won. I said, you win, Josh. You win.
Okay. There we go. So I'm only brushing 3 sides. I don't know why. I just feel like 3 sides works the best for me. I'm going to check on my chips. Tompkins.
I'm not worried about your chips.
You're not worried about my
them.
chips?
Nope. I have
Okay.
no worries because I got your, by the way, your chicken nuggies have 13 seconds.
Oh,
Jen.
look at this,
13
guys.
seconds.
Okay, look, we have so many things happening. All right. Should we
all
just check
happening
them
at
now
the
or should we wait?
I think you got
handle-
5
okay.
seconds. Pull them.
Okay.
You're going to
So
give a
let's
little turn.
look at these guys. Ooh, look at that. These look really good. Okay, what I'm going to do now, really quick. I'm sorry, I have to do it, guys. I'm just going to give these a little turn.
Turn.
I'm going to give
the
these a little
nuggies.
turn. I want a little bit more color on them. Okay, I have asbestos hands. All right, I've been doing this for so many years. You don't have to turn them with your hands. You can use some tongs.
Wait,
all
are
right?
those my new K&T tongs
No,
you're
these
using?
are not your new K&T
Oh.
tongs, but I'll get them. Hold on,
What
they're
a
right here.
build-up fail.
I'm so sorry I let you down, Tompkins.
I had
I'll
these
try better
fantastic new
next
K&T
time.
tongs. Was so excited to show them off.
I'll
and
try better next time. All right,
We'll,
I'm
we'll
going
hit
to
it
give
on the
these
next round.
guys
We'll hit it on the next round.
just a little bit more suntan lotion. All right, and we're going to put these back in. Can I get 3 minutes on the clock, Chef?
3 minutes,
Yes.
yes.
3
I
minutes
do
on
want
the
to shout out. We had a couple of people watching from very far destinations.
Yeah.
We had one Turks and Caicos, and we also had one in
What?
Australia. And I want to say to both our viewers watching from both of those locations, I am happy to jump on a plane and bring you all set ingredients.
Yes.
I just need the address and where to go, and I'm on my way.
He's on his way. Personal delivery.
Seriously.
Man, what's the Uber Eats charge on that?
My Uber Eats charge, that's a TBD, to be determined.
All right, so
upon
what
arrival.
I'm doing now is I'm just taking, I'm using my favorite tool, which is my
Chef,
little
question
scooper.
for you.
Yes.
We're asking, as you're using wonton
Yes.
wrappers, can they use rice paper?
Like, for, sounds like.
The wrapper?
Yes.
The wonton? Yes. The
Wrapper?
thing you've got up there in front
Is
of you?
wonton a wrapper? Kidding. Yes, like what you would do for like a summer roll or a spring roll.
Yes.
I believe you could. In fact, Lauren did a class on spring rolls, and I bet you could.
Did,
I bet
yep,
you could
fry 'em
do
up.
that. I think that was our Asian inspired. Okay,
Yes.
really. So I didn't explain to y'all what I did at all just there, at all just now. Basically, we're bringing all the corners together. The more you think about this, the harder it gets. So my advice to you is don't think about it, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna
You're
take
kind
two
of doing
corners.
that's the
storks,
stork and the
right?
baby thing.
So
or
we're
just make
bringing
sure
the
everything stays in.
two corners together. We're bringing up a third. We're giving it a pinch. We're bringing up the other side like that. And then we just make sure everything sticks. Now, if you're gonna put these guys in the fryer, you wanna make sure that everything is closed up. Tight, 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 tight. Right?
Yeah, you don't want those. You don't want them busting out. And,
You don't want anything
all your
but right,
filling goes
just
all
like
over your
that.
pan.
And maybe I will do all four sides. I don't know. We'll do a couple more, right? And there's a couple of other ways you can fold them, and I'll show you all those. Anthocyanins. What is anthocyanins? Good job, Josh.
Anthocyanins. Well, Josh, not to out Josh, but Josh is actually one of our own brand PDMs who's got
Yes.
his background is in food science.
Food science.
He's a very smart fellow. So, Josh, thanks for always supporting, and thanks for always giving us
Checking these guys.
great information, buddy.
Okay. Ooh, we got a little more color on these,
I can
which
smell
I'm
those.
okay.
I love it.
Which is actually okay because the more you use your oil, the darker the fries or the chips get. It has something to do with like oxidation of oil. Josh, you're the scientist. You know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, really, what happens is something
you're
about
on
the
it now,
oil
Josh.
oxidizes and right. So like, if you've ever fried anything in fresh oil, it takes it forever to brown. And sometimes in restaurants, we were always taught to put a little bit of the old fryer oil into the new so that you get that good browning.
So you don't fully clean it out then?
Right? Okay, again, we're gonna go up to the top, go back up to the sides, pinch.
Pinch,
Can you
pinch.
see that?
All right, your 3-minute timer's over on your chicky nuggies, chef.
I didn't hear it go off. Do you do
Well,
like,
I have all my devices silenced, chef, so that I
Oh.
don't interrupt your class. So
That's really
hence I'm
considerate.
interrupting your
It's really
class.
considerate. Okay, do y'all wanna see one more fold? Do y'all wanna do a different
Yeah,
fold real quick?
we're still waiting. Leslie and I are waiting on the LA Coliseum fold. So
Okay, here we go. You ready?
No pressure on that one.
No pressure. Gotta stretch for this. All right, here
Leslie,
we go.
I got us on this.
Okay.
I'm all over this.
All right. You want a good like ounce, right? The more filling you put in here, just overall, the better they look, and the better they hold together. I think it has to do with like the steam and whatever, but here we go. I might have put too much in there. All right, we'll go like this. We'll give
Our
you
LA
like a little.
Coliseum, Leslie, here it is.
We're gonna give you. Here
Holding
we go.
Close.
Okay.
It's
How am
a
I
little
doing?
bit more,
Is this it? Is this what you're?
It's a
know
little
what
bit more
LA
expanded, I think.
I don't
a
know
little
what
bit.
the
There's a little
LA
bit more
Coliseum even looks
real estate
like.
on that one. You're getting nope. Now we're getting further away.
Did
further
I
away.
do it? Am I close?
That's super. You know what? It's not. You know what? Yes, it is exactly. That is. If I had to
How's
look at
that?
a map, that's the LA Coliseum.
I feel like that's a little tortellini.
Ta-da!
You want to do one more? Let's do one more. Did y'all see how I did it?
Yeah.
You could also fold them in just straight triangles, guys. No problem here. I just thought that y'all want to do one more like.
Now I want you to now because we're just inventing things. Can we just do one in the shape of my face?
Yeah. Again, I'm
That's
a
gonna be an easy
clown
one.
and
That'll
I'm
be a
making
super
balloon
easy
animals for you. Thank you. You got it, bro. Anything else? Do you want me to make you a bicycle or a puppy?
I feel like that's it.
Okay.
That's really. I mean, that's a tall order. So I appreciate you.
here we go.
Indulging me.
Okay.
It's exactly
I
like
don't.
my
They
face.
broke the mold when they made you, so I don't think I
Good
can
cover.
recreate.
She's lying.
Okay, here we go. So we just folded that guy in half, and then we're gonna put a little water on the back side, and then just
Fold
attach it like
together.
this, like, ta-da!
So that could also be like your cardinal hat, like
a
your
little
that could be
Pope's
my
hat
little
there,
birthday. my
right? There
birthday
you go.
cap.
And I've made a ton of these guys right here.
We're gonna
And you
eat.
can either pan-sear these or you can deep fry them. So
You
I think
do have a
y'all
deep
want to
fat
do
fryer set up, so
because I have one, and since you busted that thing out, I say let's fry everything. But I'm going to show you two ways to do this. We're going to do half and half. All right?
let's do
How do
that.
y'all feel
Let's
about
do
that?
half and half. I'm in.
You're in
into
for
it.
that? All right. So I'm doing my cleanup. I'm gonna take these guys over there. So I want to show you, like, see how I
Oh,
filled
chef,
these.
your chicky nuggies.
Oh, my nuggies. Okay, just really quick. So these guys I filled up a little bit thicker, right? And you can see how they stand up better. They've got a little bit more structure. Where these guys, I was unsure what I was doing, and I was afraid I wasn't gonna have enough. So they're not as full. They're gonna taste delicious just the same, but I like the more full. All right. Also, these guys can 100% be made ahead of time and frozen, right? So like just like Tompkins and his tater tots, you can make a big batch, put some in the freezer, and once they're frozen, then you can put them in like a resealable, like the, you know, Triton reusable containers or even a plastic bag. All right. So skillet, nonstick skillet. We're gonna go on medium high, medium low. I'm gonna add in some.
Charlotte, I'm just going to
Yes.
say this. Not only myself, but now Kimberly on Facebook is worried. She's getting worried about the nuggets.
Oh my gosh.
Timer's
Okay.
off. We're worried. Kimberly, I got you.
Kim.
I try to tell her, Kimberly, we're trying. We're not. I don't want to burn. She's worried you're going to burn the nuggets.
Not gonna burn them.
One of our things.
That's why I have you.
Kimberly,
That's why
we're
I
on
have
this.
you.
That's why I have
Kim,
Kimberly.
good
That's
looking
why.
out.
Yes. Kimberly, this is one of those. This was honestly, Kimberly, I'm going to say you saved dinner.
Kim,
Kimberly saved dinner because
You
who
saved
knows what
dinner.
happened.
We're gonna let these cool for a few minutes while I get these pot stickers in.
Kimberly, you're in the running for the Volvo as well. You're in the running for Charlotte's Volvo. Whenever that happens, she is also in the running. It's Leslie and Kimberly right now
All
in
right.
the running, neck and neck.
Okay, here we go. So what
I'm
I'm gonna do
excited.
is I'm taking our guys, all right? I'm taking these little guys.
That's just a little bit of oil in a pan.
A little
right?
bit of oil in the pan. All right, now remember, I use the Korean barbecue flying saucy. Y'all can use whatever you like. There's no right or wrong way. If you like it, I support it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put a couple of these guys in there. How many of y'all are hungry? How many should I do? Let's do.
Let's crowd the pan.
Okay.
I want to see you fill,
All right.
fill her up, chef.
All right, get those in there like that. All right, now let's get a couple in here fried. We're gonna get all the things. We're gonna deep fry some of these.
You
Gotta
know, as
make
I'm thinking about
sure-
this, Charlotte, as I'm looking at the the overall expanse of our HEB virtual cooking classes and all the fun
Tell
we
me,
get to have.
what are you
You know,
thinking?
it's not every day that you make Captain Jack Sparrow dumplings. You know what I
No.
mean? Like this is a unique thing that's unique to our show. These
cute
Captain
they are.
Jack Sparrow dumplings are really
Yeah.
really cool. And
All
I'm
right.
excited that she actually is making all this happen.
Put these guys in there. Let those go. Again, we're at 375.
Look at that.
Don't let me down. This
know-
guy. Let's talk about this really quick. So what we're gonna do? I've got the oil in there. We started to brown the bottom. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this, and I'm gonna put a lid on it, right? And what's gonna happen is
Chef,
it's
what
going
temp
to
is the pan on your pan right there?
medium high.
Okay, medium high heat.
So on this stove, we're airing towards like the higher side of medium high. So I should
Got it.
probably adjust a little bit. And I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. I'm sorry, water.
So now, why the water? Will you explain a little bit about
Yes,
why the water
great.
they added to?
So typically, when you make like a traditional,
Pot sticker.
pot sticker, the filling is raw, right? The meat is raw, and then also like this dough, right? And so what you do is you add in the water, so it steams everything, so it cooks the dough. Also, the steam speeds the process of cooking that raw mixture, the meat mixture, fish, whatever you have. Ours is cooked because we use that fully cooked pork, but it also makes like
So you're getting cooked on the bottom. There's
Yeah.
heat that's happening,
heat. Yep.
but you want to make sure it's completely
Yeah. So what I'm
you know,
going
the
to do,
dough
I'm
is
going to add a
all
little bit
cooked
of
up.
water to here, about 2 or 3 tablespoons. I'm going to put the lid on, right? And we're going to
Let it
let all
steam.
that water evaporate.
Those guys look good.
It's frying over there. Okay, we're going to start to plate some stuff because we're
I'm gonna
getting
have
to that
to buy
time.
this fryer because I didn't want to, but now I'm like, you know what? It does make it.
Oh my gosh.
much easier.
You just filter out the oil, put it back in that container, and put the lid on it. Okay, what kind of sauce do you want with your nuggies? I got to know. Are you, like, what is your...
My nugget sauce. So I like an aggressively seasoned nugget, so I don't have to put anything on it. But if I have to choose a sauce, I air probably more like a sweet chili or sweet Thai chili sauce. If I have to
Okay.
go that way.
Are
Are you gonna give me?
How about some ranch?
Okay.
Because that's what I
Well,
want.
that's okay. Well, I mean, can
But I
can
support
can I
that.
do both? Can I do both? Yeah,
You
got
can.
both,
I
Chef?
think you can.
Just,
You
just
absolutely
ranch,
can.
I'll find my own.
I'm going to put these little nugs here. Look at that. These are tendies. These aren't nugs. These are straight up like chicken tendies. And then I am going to use, guys.
The
get
nuggets
your-
look good.
Look
Kimberly,
how good they look.
These nuggets are for you. These are in your honor. We help save the nuggets.
I am so happy about the way things are turning out right now. I just can't. Okay. Ranch.
That's my
Made
ranch.
in store. I love it. People like dog on ranch. I love it. I don't care what you say. And I think that a honey mustard chicken nugget, tendy, whatever we're calling them these days, is absolutely screaming for some ranch, and I think this is beautiful. Look at that. Boop. You can also make those ahead of time. Did I talk to you about, like, if you were gonna like meal prep, you could make a bunch of those.
Put them in the refrigerator, and then when you're ready to go, just throw them on there, right?
Look at these guys. These guys are done. Got my chips happening over here. Oh, y'all, I almost forgot.
My little pot sticker's looking good. Everything looks good.
That's
it all
happening.
smells good. Just a reminder, too, as you guys are cooking these things, anytime you look, if you go to our YouTube channel, check out all the stuff we've done the past year and a half, anything you see, when you cook it up, show us those recipes. Tag HEB in those recipes. We want to see how they turn out. Let us know. Do it. Oh, Amy wants a Dijon dip for me, please. So, yeah, we have a sweet Thai chili, and we also have a Dijon.
Okay.
Amy, I'm going to tell her to get right on that. Amy, what else do you need? What do you like to drink?
Yeah.
I hope, Charlotte, your margarita machine's working tonight. Because I think we got some margarita folks in the house.
All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to make our Gorgonzola dip. If you don't like blue cheese, caramelized onions. That's all you got to do, guys. Just do caramelize 2 onions till they look like this.
Nice and dark brown.
Nice dark brown. They have a sweetness to them. You're going to add a little Worcestershire sauce to this. And some garlic, and you have this like delicious French onion dip.
Now, let me ask you, can we blitz this up? If somebody doesn't like the texture of blue cheese, maybe like the flavor, can they throw it in a food processor and blitz it all up so it's all kind of smooth?
Why, yes. A blender. You could use Tompkins' $12 blender.
The amazing blender.
All right, I am using the microplane for my garlic because it literally just melts in there. I got a little bit of heavy cream. That's what I poured in there just now. We're going to add in our
sour cream.
Sour cream. Ooh, something good is happening. Did y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that?
Yeah. It's popping in there.
It is. Should we go check on it? Should we check? Who's nervous? I'm not nervous.
Kimberly, you nervous? We're going to check if Kimberly wants us to check. Kimberly, you make the call. Should we check or should we not?
Choose your own adventure.
Amy says, what do you think, Scott? Glass of Catarato? I don't know how to say that. Catarato or Blanc de Bourgogne? You know what?
Ooh.
How about both, Amy? Let's try a glass of the Catarato first, and then I want you to pour a glass of the Blanc de Bourgogne. Bourgogne. I just like saying that. I'm going to start. It's going to be my word.
Spell that, Tompkins. Spell it.
I also teach how to talk a lot of how to pronounce things in not my native tongue.
How to talk good.
A lot.
You're my favorite person on the planet, Scott Tompkins.
Blanc de Bourgogne.
All right, we're gonna. I gotta check them, Amy. I'm checking them. Let's see what's happening. Here we go.
Really, Amy, it's all about commitment. You just got to believe what you're saying, right? That's 90% of it.
Let's see. Ooh, we got a crispy bottom, and those are hot. I'm gonna turn off this pan. Those look fantastic.
I wanted Kimberly on Facebook. She's very excited for her nuggets. She saved them. She's very excited.
They're going to be great.
I would have thought Kimberly would have been more excited that she's in the running with Leslie for the Volvo. But, I mean, the nuggets are also a thing.
I feel like the Volvo is more of a burden.
No. Are you kidding?
That's like giving someone a pet. Here's something you have to take care of and pay taxes on. Ugh.
It's a fancy Volvo.
Here we go. Blue cheese dip, Gorgonzola dip. I can also throw in some of these green onion or caramelized onions if y'all think that it would make it better.
And this is really, just like you said, if you're not a big fan of blue cheese, feta cheese, there's so many different cheeses at your local HEB cheese shop. Go check it out. You can just throw those in there because anything on the chips, honestly, is delicious. You know what?
Gorgonzola is supposed to be like on the sweeter side, right? So less sharp.
I do love Gorgonzola.
So it's sort of like an entry-level blue cheese, but you know what? I feel like the green onion and the garlic balance it out really nicely. Okay. Ooh. There we go.
I'm liking this so far, and you're gonna have a waterfall, a cascading waterfall of chips to go along with the dip there.
Here we go.
Amy, how are we doing on your first glass of wine? Are we good? We doing the, you say that. Catarratto. Catarato. That sounded right. That just sounded right to say.
Oh my God.
Glass of Colorado, are they good? Make sure you get in there.
You know how crunchy they are?
They are. Are they salty? Are they crunchy
and
salty?
God. Like the sea.
That's the biggest thing. You got to get the chips on the way out. Don't wait to season them. Amy's already 2 glasses in. God bless you, girl.
Oh, man.
Do it. Don't forget about our Borgione, the
Here we
Blanc de
go. That looks
Borgione.
absolutely beautiful. Now we got to plate up. What kind of sauce y'all want with your pot stickers? Y'all want to do more of the same? Y'all want to do some more of that? Oh my
Well,
gosh.
if I say that I want a certain sauce, you're just going to give me ranch again? Do you have a choice? Amy wants the Dijon. I want, and I'll take anything. You know what? I'll take anything. I like
How about
the
we
filling.
do? Okay, look.
I'll take anything.
Okay, look at the bottoms, guys. So we have those nice, soft sides, tender sides of the little dumpling, and then we have that nice, crisp bottom. Woo-wee.
Rhonda on Facebook says we should give Scott's car away. Little does Rhonda know I drive a go-kart and I have to push it most of the time.
Lies.
To pull start. It's amazing when it works. It's so much fun to drive though, Rhonda, and it's yours for the low price of free.
And then we got
Just got to
these
tell me that the where to
crispy
deliver.
guys. Look at these. Look how crispy these are. You know, honestly, I like the steamed, like the saute ones, but honestly, the fried ones, like
Look, there's a
the
place
way
for
that
both.
wonton crisps up.
There's room for both.
There is room for both. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll put these here. And you know what, Tompkins?
Yeah.
I got you.
Are you gonna?
got
what are you
you.
gonna? What are you gonna get me? What are we doing?
I got every type of flying saucy they make, right? I'm going to give you the mango habanero. How does that sound? A little sweet,
perfect.
a little heat to go with the barbecue. Why not, right? Thoughts?
I'll get the sweats. You bet. Bring it on. Let's do it. You'll see that little shade, that little upper lip quiver, and then the sweat starts beating down my face.
You don't like spicy. He's got a tender
No, I
palate.
like savory. Like I'll toe to toe with any of the salty, savory stuff all day long.
We'll just do a little more of that Korean
I'll take
barbecue.
it. I'll do it. We'll do the.
It'll be
we'll do the
great. Look at
habanero.
that. Boom. Oh my gosh, guys, we did it. We did it. We
So
did it
also,
together.
just a side note, like St. Patrick's Day next week, if
Yeah.
you're hosting a party, these snacks are easily transferable. They're fantastic, and they're a great way to kind of kick off any party, especially the homemade chips. You talk about your desert island food, Charlotte, like your desert island.
Is that your
Where's the
jam?
chicken nuggies? Where's our nuggies?
They're right here.
Oh, I didn't even see them. I can't,
my God.
Kimberly and I can't even see them,
Oh my
Charlotte.
gosh, look.
I want to make sure. Okay, we got them. Kimberly,
Look at
we're
that.
good.
Can you see them now?
It's not a panic
Y'all
attack,
want me
man.
to cut into one? Look at this.
Well, yeah, I want to see the crunch. See the crunch.
Ta-da! I did like the thing, like they do on the things. It's crunchy.
Thing like they do on the thing. What can you describe? At least tell me what one thing they do on the things. I know what you're talking.
Look, on the internet.
Oh, got it. Okay, now I'm following. Is it hot? Were those hot?
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And it's divine.
Don't forget, we have all the recipes that you could find on HEB.com. Also, if you missed something, please go back to YouTube, our YouTube channel, youtube.com/HEB. And if you're watching on Facebook, don't forget, we're happy you're here, and you can always grab the items, shoppable content.
Yes.
Pick it, do it. Those of you that sign up for our classes, you guys are awesome. We're happy that you
Speaking
guys are here.
signing up for classes, what class is coming up next?
We're doing For Texans by Texans. It's our Quest Showcase.
Our
So these
Quest.
are great items you can find in your local HEB, and we're going to show
Yeah.
you some great, unique uses for them. We're going to make a phenomenal fresh strawberry pie. It's going to be great.
I'm
Some other
excited
stuff
for
as
it. I
well.
love strawberry pie.
It's
I
going to
love
be great.
fruit
Charlotte,
pie.
take us home. Awesome.
Thank you guys so much for spending your time with us today. I hope you guys learned one cool thing. I was really glad to have you guys, Kimberly, Leslie,
Amy.
3
3 glasses in by now.
You guys are a riot. Thank you so much. So from my kitchen to yours, thank you guys so much, and have a good evening.